Okay, so let's talk about a concept that could fix a problem literally all of us have. That moment you realize you have to figure out what's for dinner. It's called CookCalAI, and honestly, it's designed to feel like a little bit of magic for your kitchen.
You know the feeling, right? It's been a long day. You open the fridge, and that bright light just illuminates your total lack of ideas. You just stare in there, asking yourself that same old question. It's this moment of truth. And let's be real, usually a moment of frustration.
And what are you looking at? A collection of leftovers and random bits. Maybe there's half an onion, a couple of eggs, a slightly sad-looking pepper, and, that jar of sauce you bought for that one thing 3 weeks ago. By themselves, they just look random. Definitely not a meal. But hang on. What if we're looking at this all wrong? What if those scattered ingredients aren't a problem, but actually an opportunity? What if, with just a little bit of help, this whole scene could turn into something kind of magical? And that's exactly where CookCalAI comes into play. So the concept is built on some really smart technology. But for you, the user, the idea is just dead simple. You take a picture of your ingredients, and the AI does the rest. It figures out what it's seeing and then does all the heavy lifting to turn that photo into a complete recipe you can use right away. So, it sounds pretty cool, but how does it actually work? You're probably thinking it's got to be complicated, right? Well, no. The whole process is designed to be ridiculously easy.
It really just boils down to 2 simple steps. Step 1, snap a photo of whatever ingredients you've got lying around. Step 2, get a recipe. That is it. Seriously. No typing, no endless scrolling through recipe blogs. It's just a street shot from what you have to what you can make.
And here's the best part, the speed. This isn't something you need to plan out. The whole idea is that from the moment you take that picture to the moment you have a recipe, we're talking a matter of seconds. It's all about making cooking immediate and convenient, taking away all that friction. But is the recipe any good? Well, the promise here is that it's not just some random suggestion. The recipe it spits out is designed to be balanced, actually delicious, and, this is the key, it's made just for you with the exact things you have. It's like hyper-personalized cooking on the fly. Okay, so a fast, custom recipe? That's a neat trick. But what does a technology like this really mean for us? Why does this actually matter in our day-to-day lives? Well, the results they're promising are actually pretty huge. First off, no more guessing. It just completely lifts that mental weight of trying to plan a meal when you're already tired. You don't have to stand there playing chef detective, wondering if a carrot, an egg, and some yogurt can become dinner. The decision is just made. And this one is a really big deal. No more wasting food. We all do it. That lonely half of a bell pepper or the last few leaves of spinach that would normally just wilt away in the back of the fridge, now they have a purpose. You end up using what you have before it goes bad. So let's just look at the total transformation here. The before is a story we all know. Guessing, waste, and just plain frustration. The after is a whole new ballgame. You get to do some real cooking, see real results, and end up with delicious meals you made from scratch. What a concept like this really represents is a pretty big shift in how we interact with our own kitchens. It's all about skipping that part where you're stuck thinking and getting right to the fun part, the actual cooking. It turns a daily chore into something creative and, actually rewarding. And it all really comes down to this simple but powerful promise. Real cooking, real results. This isn't about some complicated meal plan for next week. It's about taking what's right there in front of you and turning it into something real and delicious, right now. So, all this leaves us with a pretty interesting question to think about. When you have tech that can literally see your food and create a meal out of it instantly, is your phone about to become the single smartest tool in your kitchen? Definitely something to chew on.